Alrighty, so quickly going to take you through a few things. As you might have access to this, depending on who's watching this. I've shared a note here: push notifications via the user's browser. Here's some typical stuff you get, all from Chrome, but actually caused by different sites and agreeing to different sites. It's much like when you agree to notifications in an app on the phone, whether it's Android, iPhone, whatever. They that then permits those apps to receive notifications and of course their server side to be able to send them. Chat was very helpful in just giving me the background on all this stuff and even some tutorials. This Google Developers thing on web push notifications is fantastic. And then finally at the bottom, here's a URL of a statically served page. By the way, it's called lemon chicken a la chatgpt.html. That's the probably preferred title for the dish. But anyway, some recipe that it made up on my request. The thing is that if you go there, you'll see this body of code here that's being displayed. So this is the actual page. It's being served from any stupid idea. Really basic HTML, just so that there's no distractions. The most important thing here, and I'll show you the source, is that in it we both do LD-JSON or JSON-LD. And that is basically a replica of the same information theoretically. Can be different, as you'll see, like Lemon Chicken's what it thinks the title is. But that is what apps like AnyList read. It also helps you with your SEO, because when you're out there searching, let's say for this recipe, if it gets displayed, Google will know how to format it, because they actually go right to the JSON-LD stuff and make use of it. So most web master types are well aware of that, and what they, depending on what you're showing, you'll probably want to visit schema.org and incorporate that into what gets displayed visually, because this is like pre-canned structured stuff and can be used very quickly by search engines. Pretty cool stuff. Anyway, that's a different topic. Today we've got embedded scripts that do a request notification permission, right? It basically says, can you do notifications in this browser? And then next, it's like, is it granted already? In which case, we'll show a notification when the button gets hit or whenever somebody does this. And if not, let's see, if it is not denied or it's default, then go ahead and ask to set the granted, right, request permission, and then it's inside of a promise here to do, if it's permission granted and wasn't denied during that prompt, then we'll go ahead and show a notification. And here it just says like, hi there, and thanks for enabling notifications, right? And then, by the way, here's the raw HTML again. Down at the very bottom, we have our, run that outer script to enable notifications. By the way, bad practice for us to embed all this script right here. It'd be nice to just have it incorporated, but that's neither here nor there. This is for demo purposes only. So I'm going to close this, come in here. By the way, the reason I was showing all that, I'm going to get to the good stuff, is if you click on this, is the AnyList plugin for Chrome. It actually read the JSON-LD, LD-JSON stuff, and it grabbed all this stuff. There was no image for it, and it would have found that image otherwise. That's another argument to its structure. But then also, even here, you see the steps, and they kind of sync up with that, but it actually didn't read this text to get them. It read the stuff that was in the LD stuff. And then when you preview here, you know, that's what nice thing about AnyList. It actually knows how to interpret all these bits and pieces as well, and does a great job. It even takes, by the way, when this is like serves for or something like that, you could say I want to have it, and it takes your like ingredient list, and instead of a tablespoon, it'll say a half a tablespoon or 2 chicken breasts. It's wild. I really love AnyList. It's really good stuff. Anyway, cancel that. Discard. All right. So here's the key thing. We're going to enable. I'm going to get rid of this guy, okay, just so that we have a nice clean view of this. We're going to enable notifications. And look, hi there, anystupididea.com. Thanks for enabling notifications. I must have already enabled it, right? So let's go ahead and check on here. This is a way, by the way, that you can check in Chrome what the state is for any given website. So if I click on this, it's going to be information for the site. Sure enough, notifications were already turned on. So I'm going to reset them right now. They go away here. It can ask to send notifications. And that's the default, right? So if I close this, got to reload the page. But now it's been reloaded. So when I click enable this time, we're actually going to get that prompt that you're probably familiar with, right? So the site wants to show notifications. Allow it. When you do that, boom, there's our little guy again. Notice that settings thing. So there's settings in the browser where you can come back and you go like, I'd like Phoenix New Times. I don't even know why I'm getting that. I'm going to come here and don't allow but ask later. Right? That's an example of how you can pile up all this stuff. You probably have a bunch of junk. If you're ever getting a bunch of notifications from some particularly annoying site that you don't want, you can trim it down by just heading in here and cleaning it up. All right. That's probably more information than you wanted to know. I'm going to close this again. And anyway, it's good stuff. So here, enable notifications, and it's like, yeah, there it's working. So there you go. Actually, we should do the deny test too, right? So let me come in here, reset permission, close it, reload, enable it, right? Deny it, say block, and now when I enable notifications, nothing's coming up here. Awesome. All right. Oh, and we should look in here and see notifications are off. So there you have it. Done. All right. That is plenty of time. Probably too much spent on one thing, but hopefully you enjoyed it. Talk to you soon.